Hi everyone, and welcome to Student Nurse Mentorship with Kay Shanae. I'm Kay, and I look forward to hearing all of your success stories as you crush your goals of nursing school and go on to become successful nurses. Now in today's session, we'll be talking about those scary words that no nursing student ever wants to hear. Critical thinking. I know it's bad. Also known as thinking like a nurse. If you want my honest opinion, critical thinking has been long seen as this concept that is just so far above students' heads that you have to reach for the sky in order to correctly answer every single test question, discussion, case study, etc. But in actuality, critical thinking is used in our everyday life. So what am I going to aim for today? First, I want to show you what critical thinking is, how simple it can be, and that you already use it in your everyday life. This will help to give you the confidence to tackle your nursing assessments. But then I want to get a little bit deeper. To be honest, critical thinking is only the surface of thinking like a nurse. In actuality, thinking like a nurse, you must learn to clinical reason. Once you're able to put critical thinking skills together with those clinical reasoning skills, then you will be able to successfully formulate concrete clinical judgment in your nursing practice. And this is what the goal is for when we are trying to educate successful nurses. So, what is critical thinking? Let me first give you an example of one of the many definitions that a lot of students hear, which is absolutely cringeworthy when you are a nursing student. So, here it goes. Hang on for this ride because it's a long one. Critical thinking is the intellectually disciplined process of actively and skillfully conceptualizing, applying, analyzing, synthesizing, and or evaluating information gathered from or generated by observation, experience, reflection, reasoning, or communication as a guide to belief and action. In its exemplary form, it is based on universal intellectual values that transcend subject matter divisions, clarity, accuracy, precision, consistency, relevance, sound evidence, good reasons, depth, breadth, and fairness. Whew, that was a lot. And I will be absolutely honest. If I heard something like this in nursing school, I might be traumatized. I would automatically feel overwhelmed. So let me put critical thinking in a more simple definition for you. Critical thinking is a commitment by the nurse to think clearly, precisely, accurately, and to act on what you know and understand it. Sound a little bit more reasonable, right? Now, something that I want you to specifically see in this statement is the last part, to know and understand. Let me give you a tip. If you are studying just to memorize to pass a test, you will not be able to effectively critical think. You may know the information, but you will lack an understanding in how to apply it to the clinical setting. So please remember this when you are studying. Nursing is more than just passing a test. But back to my critical thinking. I first want to show you how simple critical thinking is and how it's already used in our everyday life. So let me set the scene here. You're driving on the highway. You hear and feel one of your tires blow out. This can be a scary situation at first because you're driving at a fast speed, plus there are other people around you. You're shocked, but for only a second. But then you know that you need to pull over safely and fix the problem. You put on your hazard lights or your turn signal and slowly make your way to the side of the road and you stop. From here, you can change your tire yourself, or if you're tire challenged like me, then you'll call roadside assistance to help you fix the problem. Now, this example may seem a little silly, but think about it. Did you act clearly? Yes. You were able to see that there was a problem that warranted immediate attention. Did you think precisely? Yes. You wasted no time in turning on your hazards or your turn signal to move to the side of the road. Did you think accurately? Also yes. Safely stopping the car, you were able to handle the problem and act on information that you knew and understood from driving school, also from your experience as a driver. You acted in a way that a competent driver would act and should act. And you also do this in your everyday life, whether it be a flat tire, it can also be a customer complaint at work. Your child might hurt themselves at home. Or also think about your morning routine. If you have to wake yourself up in the morning, possibly get kids up and ready for school, and then also transport yourself to work or school, decisions must be made to ensure that everything is completed in the right manner. You're not going to send your kids to school at 10 a.m. in pajamas. You're also not going to show up to work as a nurse with no stethoscope, no pens, no supplies. So critical thinking is embedded into our everyday lives. It just becomes routine after time. Now, looking back at our blown out tire situation, how were we able to critical think in order to handle this situation? There are 3 steps in this process. Number 1, to assess. Number 2, to formulate. Number 3, to evaluate. Number 1, assess. You need to gather information on the current situation. The more information, the better. So from this current situation, we not only heard the blowout happen below the car, we also felt the movement of the car change. There may have also been an alert that came on the dashboard. This will be equivalent to our assessment data as a nurse. The second one, formulate. You would need to see what the different options are in handling the situation in the safest, most effective way. You could have kept driving the car. Of course, this would possibly put you and other people in danger, but you decided to pull off to the side of the road because you knew that you needed to fix the tire. That is your patient goal, to fix the tire. But then when you got there, you were able to fix the tire, or you were able to call roadside assistance to help fix the tire. That would be your nursing interventions. And number 3, to evaluate, was your action effective? Did it solve the problem? If yes, then let the show keep rolling. If no, then you need to find another way to handle and fix the situation. These 3 steps follow closely with our nursing process, which most of us do learn in school, and we will talk more about that on our next session. Now that you see how critical thinking is already embedded into your everyday life, I do hope that this concept does not seem as deep and difficult as it may have seemed before. Now, I do understand that it is different while studying to become a nurse. Nursing is like learning a whole new language. But please realize that you are not expected to be 100% competent from day one. Critical thinking skills must be developed over time. If I had a tire blowout when I first got my license at 16 years old, I would probably freak out on the highway, maybe even start crying. But now that I have years of experience driving, I'm able to handle those situations that come up, even if I don't have to deal with them every day. This goes back to the definition of critical thinking, being able to formulate decisions based off what you know and off what you understand. Many times for nursing students, we don't fully understand until we're able to see what we learn in the textbooks actually play out in the clinical areas. So be patient, your time will come. And whenever given an opportunity, be open to learn. And also, when you're also given those opportunities to experience more in the clinical setting, still be open to taking those opportunities on so that you're able to continue to formulate those critical thinking skills. So that's going to be the end of our session today. On part 2 of critical thinking, we will be taking these skills and actually applying them to nursing using clinical reasoning. And once you see how using both of these 2 blend together, then you will be able to think more independently as a clinician. Now, if you are interested in private mentorship, I also offer one-on-one services that are tailor-made to fit your life and current situation. We will make a blueprint mapping out the best strategies to ensure that you are successful in school and able to maintain your home life while in school. You can message me on Student Nurse Mentorship with Kay Shanae on Facebook or on Instagram. Now, wrapping up for today, I just want to let you all know that I empathize with your current season. I know that nursing school is not easy, but it is doable. I know that the end goal may seem so far away, but you have to remember to celebrate the small goals along the way. Now, I would like to leave you with this quote for today. It is simple, but it is very encouraging. Nursing school, one syllabus at a time, one class at a time, one exam at a time, one clinical at a time. Keep going. Until next time, guys, I'll see you on social media. Be blessed.